Hey there guys. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to play as Genji. Alright, so what you want to do for Genji is you always want to be a flanker, because Genji's an assault, and just because Genji's an assault doesn't mean he's going to be playing on the front lines. So you always want to flank with Genji, because that's what Genji does. So, as a flanker, you always have your fair share of your arsenal, kind of like Reaper does. Well, Genji's arsenal is a bit more basic than Reaper's is, even though Reaper's is pretty darn basic. Genji's is way more basic. All his is blade, cut, and dash. No, it's actually a little bit more complex than that, because there's different ways on how to using his abilities. First there's his shuriken. His shuriken have two ways of being, varied to throw and stuff like that. First you can throw like that, or you can throw like that. Alright? So, let's see. The narrow path, like that. Oh, there's the guy I don't want to run into. The narrow path is for close range targets. Kind of like this guy right here that I'm going against. Alright? And then, oh, okay. Gotta get away from this guy. He's not one guy I want to go against. Okay, and let's say this is used for somebody this long range. Great, there's two Genjis on the team. Anyways, it's used for long range attacks and battles, stuff like that. And the narrow path, which is this, you want to use for close range because it deals more damage than this right here. And then there's his cut dash, which is kind of like a finisher technique. You want to use it when you've dealt a good amount of damage on the person you're going against, and then you finish him off with that blade. Then there's also his reflect, his other ability, which I'm about to have to display in a sec, on, let's say, this person. And I didn't get to do that, but that Genji's pretty good, and I didn't even realize it. It's kind of hard to play while talking, but you want to use your reflect also as a finisher because, you don't want to walk in there and as soon as you see somebody you want to reflect, because then you'll waste it, and then they'll wait for you to get done reflecting, and then they'll unload on you. You have to be patient with your reflect. Don't use it as soon as you run into a soldier or a tracer. Use it whenever they start shooting at you, and you've already done your fair share amount of damage, and then boom, 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 reflect. Oh crap. Okay, that guy's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Yeah, that wasn't pretty good at all. Don't do that. But or at least don't try to get stuck up in that situation. I didn't even know he had his Dragon Blade. Which brings me to the next thing. The Dragon Blade. The Dragon Blade is the ult for Genji. You want to use it when you're flanking and you come across a good 3 or 2 or 4 good, bad guys, and right there is somebody you can always beat. Alright, and then wow, okay. Don't do that either. Not even following my own guide. But you wanna use this Dragon Blade whenever you're in the clear, where you're not around any other people when you're trying to flank. So you want to get in the clear when you're flanking, and then you want to come up behind them, unleash the Dragon Blade, make sure there's not you can handle that certain amount that you're about to go against. You might want to wait for it to clear out a little bit, then you hit them hard with the Dragon Blade. And as soon as you do that, you'll rack you up maybe a trip or a quad feed, anything really. I've racked myself up a quad feed with the Dragon Blade before. Yeah, so there's the Dragon Blade. There's also many other weapons that you can use for Genji. There's a lot of weapons you want to use. Don't. I got stuck in a pretty sticky situation, but yeah, you want to come up, you want to pull that flank. That Genji and that Bastion caught me off guard. See, that's what you don't want to happen. You always want to play it safe, make sure there's nobody there, because that Genji, I didn't think he was gonna see me. See, you don't assume with the Genji either. You wanna make sure you're getting it done. You wanna make sure that you're watching out. Make sure that you have your awareness pretty high as a Genji, because Genjis are they're not the he's one of the hardest characters in this game to master. That's why, I mean, he might be the coolest, but he's pretty hard to master. I haven't even mastered him myself, and I'm here giving you guys tips while you're watching me fail. But yeah, you can see that that was a mistake. Shouldn't have done that. But yeah. So that's what you want to do with the Dragon Blade, and you want to flank and all that. But there's still more to come. Oh crap! That diva saw me, and I know she did. Okay, never mind. Wow, what a retard. I wasted my flank. Okay, I gotta get up out of here. That ain't happening. That guy's almost gonna kill me. Alright. Alright, see, I got me up a double, but you want to do that, and you want to make sure that you're in the clear. Alright, so next, let me guess. Oh, let me tell you about Genji's mobility. You saw how earlier I was kind of double jumping around when I was facing off against that Genji, that Bastion, pretty much their whole team, to be honest. But I was facing off against their whole team and I was jumping around. You want to be able to do that because you saw how that Genji was just sitting there running around. If it wasn't for that Bastion, I probably would have killed him. But yeah, you want to use Genji like that. You want to be able to jump around and even have some mobility, because if you're standing still with a Genji, you're not gonna make it very far. But yeah, so always use Genji's mobility to an advantage. Next, let me guess. The heroes that you want to face off against and the heroes that you don't. To be honest, you don't want to face off against any heroes that don't have any projectile weapons, kind of like Zara, Winston, Symmetra. I'm pretty sure there's Reinhardt. You also don't want to face off against any tank heroes. You would kind of want to stick with the squishy ones, like squishy heroes, kind of like that Genji over there. But and other heroes, kind of like that diva when she's not out of her power suit and all that crap. The Widowmaker up there, as you see, I've been stomping all over that Widowmaker up there. And yeah, see, I don't want to mess with him unless somebody else is helping me. That's kind of what Genji works with too. He needs teamwork, unless he's going on a flank by himself. Then I can see why you go in like that. But use Genji as your kind of advantage, I guess. What? Okay. Alright. That was pretty funny. But okay, so heroes you want to stay with are tank, non-projectile heroes. You want to stay away from Torbjorn. The reason why is because Torbjorn's turret rate of fire is so slow that you won't be able to get a lot of reflect bullets in. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. Trying to face off against a Torbjorn, that's what I mean. But yeah, because that turret rate of fire is so slow. Next, you don't want to face off against Reaper. See, look, that Genji, he went, as soon as he saw me, he started going through his deflect. You don't do that. Alright, so you don't want to deflect right off the, well, I already told you that, but yeah, you want to stay away from Torbjorns and, who was the other hero I said? I don't remember. Crap, what was it? It was somebody, I don't remember though. Here, let me pull out the script I wrote that I don't need anymore. Oh, Reaper. you want to stay away from Reaper, because Reaper's you can deflect his bullets, but you can't deflect all of them because it's a spread shot. So his bullets aren't as effective, or his reflect isn't as effective as on Reaper. Heroes you can probably squish, I would say, would probably be Bastion. I mean, come on, just reflect. Literally, reflect. That's all you do. That's all you have to do is reflect. And then another hero would probably be, what's his name? There we go. He's done. You wanna go against a McCree, because you can reflect his bullets, you can deflect his flashbang. That was dumb. You can reflect his flashbang, and you can also reflect his ult. High noon. I know this for myself because I insta-killed a McCree who tried to high noon me, and I reflected his bullet right back at him, and it insta-killed him. You can reflect Hanzo's ult. I've also done that. And you can reflect his arrows too. I would recommend trying to deflect the scatter arrows, because those are the most powerful, to be honest. But, yeah. And then you can also face off against a Pharah. Literally, all you have to do is just reflect her rockets, and you can reflect her ult as well, which will, I guess, I mean, it's not technically an insta kill, but it will. It'll cause some serious damage. But yeah, and that's my Genji guide. It's probably not as good as any of the others you've seen, but I hope you can drop a like and give me some support. After all, this is like my only second video on this channel. But yeah, I might be dropping some more guides like this later on. It'll probably be more organized. But yeah.